How's it going, everyone? We're here to check out the next week potential skins. And yeah, we have the Lunar New Year coming up. And I know from Face Punch that we'll probably have the actual fireworks returning again. They were just in the store, and they'll probably pop right back in again for the, lunar surprise. But we do have a new rabbit mask coming in, which you guys can check out. It's on Staging Branch, and of course we'll show you next week as it's coming to us then. But for now, we've got a lot of submissions, and some of them aren't all Lunar Skins, but I'd say the majority of them are, and we've got a lot of deployables. So starting off, we've got a very silky burlap set. This is the Silk Festive Shirt and Pants by Robstar, and as you can see, it is a burlap set. So we did just get in a burlap set, so who knows if we'll get another one, but it is definitely very festive. As I said, there are a few that aren't quite all here for the lunar surprise, and this one is Mr. Ghost, and yeah, I think that should be familiar to COD players. I think it's kind of a play of that. Of course, we do kind of have a skull face balaclava already, so I don't know if that will happen, but hey, we could always see there's a chance. Next, we've got the Cobalt Worker Poncho, and yeah, this is made out of, like old space blankets, and you got the little Cobalt symbol on there. They've got their little key card around their neck, only green access, unfortunately, it looks like. And yeah, oh no, there's red access and blue taped on there, so there you go, never mind. They are fully covered. So there it is, guys. Definitely a fun one that uses stuff from Rust. Next, we got a hoodie and pants set, the Delinquent set. And yeah, it kind of has that bully vibe. If you guys have ever played the Rockstar game, I don't mean just a generic bully, but the actual game Bully. Definitely reminds me of that. Maybe it's just the shaved head of our characters, but definitely fits that vibe for sure. Next, we've got some lunar skins for you with the Mask of the Dragon King by City. And yeah, it's this really cool deer mask that kind of turns it into like a dragon face with horns. And it's just a really cool kind of carving out of it. Definitely a very neat effect. Next, we've got another deer helmet for you, and it comes in a combo with a poncho. This is simply the Lunar Deer Skull and Poncho. So there you go, you've got this cloth poncho with some gold adornments. And there, of course, you've got the Year of the Rabbit coin in the forehead for good luck, I believe, is what that is. And there you go, there's the Lunar Rabbit symbol again. Very cool set. Next, it looks like we got a couple bucket helmets for you, and they both have a pretty similar idea. This first one is the Chinese Lantern helmet by Algo, and it comes with two versions, a glow and a non-glow, so of course we'll go ahead and check out the glow here, and as you can see, it basically makes your head a giant Chinese lantern. So there you have that. Then we have the same thing, the Chinese Lantern from Demon. As you can see, it's a little bit different, doesn't really have the partitions through it. It also has a glow and non-glow, and as you see, this one kind of, as I said, has more of a paper look than a segmented look. Next, we've got the Apostate Metal Set version 2, and they've really gone in and made the details with it work. The kind of patches of jean that poke through with the leather and just all the zippers and belt buckles really have this beautiful sculpted detail to it. And the face mask itself has that nice, like, it actually looks like a custom leather job. And they just did a really good job on it. It looks like something someone would do on their helmet or maybe some leather boots or something like that. And it really translates well to the mask, I would say. Next, we've got a Lunar High Qual set for you, and, well, that's simply what's called, the Lunar set. So, there we go. And, yeah, it kind of has this gong on the front of it. It looks familiar, kind of like the Rust gong that we have. And then you've got this same symbol and the cloth on the side here. Some little adornment on the side, and then on the back, of course, more gong. So, there you have it. Next, we got a very long list of deployables, so we're going to kind of try to move through them as quick as possible. The first one we've got here is the Oil Barrel Sleeping Bag by Pigeon, and I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It looks like an oil barrel. It even has that kind of greasy look to it. It just fits. Then over here we got something completely on the other side. It's a bubblegum sleeping bag by FaZe, and yeah, this thing is just so bright and plasticky. It fits the goofy Rust. Then we've got ourselves a lunar sleeping bag with the Year of the Sleeping Rabbit by Anubis, so there you go. Moving on, we've got a single furnace for you, and this one here is the Year of the Rabbit furnace, of course. We go ahead and take a little spin around it. You can see there's these beautiful little designs here with the rabbits. And when we come back and light this thing up, you'll definitely see how beautiful it looks. Then over here, we've got ourselves a couple small boxes. This first one is the Strange Woods small box. We saw the door the other week, so this looks like a continuation of that design. Then we do have a Lunar small box for you. This one has a little rabbit on the top. It's, of course, then the year of the rabbit box. So there we go. Moving on, we've got quite a few large boxes for you. The first one here is the large box of Lunar Rabbit. So there you go. Set a little bit backwards there. Some nice gold adornments. Then over here, we've got the Jade Lunar Rabbit box. Definitely a nice difference there with the green and the jade. Definitely a lighter kind of white gold look too as well. Then over here we've got kind of a combo of all those colors and kind of a much more thick brightness. This is the Year of the Rabbit box by Nefties. Then we've got another one here, and this is the Year of the Moon Rabbit box. There we go. There's so many boxes here, trying to remember all their names. Nice and shiny on that one. And we've got one more large box for you, the Lunar Rabbit large box by Your Cake Lover. So there you go. Wood kind of has like a little bit of a cell shaded look to it. Then over here you can see we've got a rug for you. The Rug Lunar Rabbit is simply what's called. Definitely has a nice little kind of fuzzy look to it. Then we also have a locker for you. This one's quite beautiful. This is simply the Lunar Locker by Michael, and it does have a nice glow to it, which we will check out here shortly. Moving on, we've got some wood doors. The first one here is the Decoration Wooden Door by B3D. And there's that. Moving on, we've got the Year of the Rabbit Door by Sun Art. Definitely a big bunny there. And then over here we've got one more single wooden door for you, the Dragon Rabbit Wooden Door by Skynos. And this one does have a glow and a no glow version. Moving on, we've got a double wooden door for you, the Lunar New Year Double Door or Bonsai Garden Door by Alloy. Definitely a very beautiful design. Looks like it's kind of like wood burned in there with like metal highlights. It's definitely very cool. Then over here we've got a couple of non-lunar doors for you. First we've got the Ultraviolet Truth Door by Vitalik. Then we've got a very electrical door with the Metal High Voltage Door by 9K. And then over here we've got the Army Shield Metal Door by Lee, and this one actually does have a little bit of a view hole there at the top, including a light as well. Then we've got some Lunar Sheet Metal Doors for you. First one up here has a cute little bunny on it. This is the Lunar Rabbit Metal Door by Debsky. Then over here we've got a more kind of traditional look, the Golden Lunar Rabbit Door by Ideal. Then we have this kind of beautiful art with the Year of the Rabbit Door by Shift Dog. Next we have another bunny for you, the Blackwater Rabbit Metal Door. So there you go. Then moving on, we've got the Lunar New Year Sheet Metal Door by Mama. And then we also have the Wealth Bringing Door by Steppen. Then we've got a little neon bunny door here for you, the Neon Rabbit Metal Door by Chemo Legend. And lastly, we've got the Chinese door by Hashaki. There we go. Sorry. Next, we've got some double sheet metal doors with the Lunar Rabbit Door by Jessen. This does have a glowing version to it. Then over here, we've got a very kind of traditional looking door with the Year of the Rabbit Door by Kivahu. Next, we've got another door that will light up pretty nicely with the sheet metal double door. That's simply Year of the Rabbit. There we go. Then over here, we've got another one for you. This is the Lunar Rabbit Double Door by Zimic. Then we have another one with all sorts of little fans. This is the Double Door Handmade Fan by Simnik. Moving along, we've got one more double door for you, and this is the Rabbit Lunar Double Door by Bad Trip. Next, we've got some garage doors for you. The first one has a pretty angry looking bunny. This is the Red Gold Rabbit by Antonio. Next, we've got a very kind of neon-y door with the Lunar Neon Garage Door by Hewok. Then we've got this kind of cool neon landscape with the Neon Valley Garage Door by Oasis. Then we've got a very kind of simplistic but beautiful Chinese wall door by Kosum. Then we've got a very mean-looking neon dragon with the Festive Dragon Garage Door by Avenrau. And then a very nice traditional door with the Lunar Rabbit Fortune Gate by Dark Schneider. Then we have a couple of single armor doors. This first one's pretty festive with the Year of the Rabbit Armor Door by Ariada. Comes in a glowing and a non-glowing version. Then over here we've got our next one, which is the Year of the Rabbit Armor Door by Jimmy Tedeschi. Then moving on, we've got a kind of like a glass window look to the Year of the Rabbit Armored Door by Pokerface. It has a glow and non-glow. And last for the single armor doors, we've got the Lunar Armor Door by Kemsey. And last but not least, we've got this awesome double armor door by Duck the Rabbit Armored Double Door. So there it is. Let's go ahead and kill the lights. Just take a look at that. Beautiful. There's the glow on that one. And all of those. Then you have that nice little glow here on the garage doors. Look at that one. Bunny's so angry looking. Those fans really light up beautifully. Definitely some very cool glow. Which is always one of the fun things about holidays. And now we're back to the wooden doors. And this one has two sides there. And then we've got the back and the front of this wooden door. We got the sides and front of this locker, which is just very beautiful. And if we head on all the way down, we do have a box with some glow here. And then the furnace. Come back and take a look at this one. There we go. Look at that. Love how that blue lights up. And look at that little screen star. Beautiful little details. Some more there. Definitely very cool. Alright, next up we've got tools and weapons, and starting off we've got this really cool looking dragon hammer for you. Check that one out. The Red Dragon. Next, we've got some rocks for you, and this first one here is the Donut Delight. And, well, there you go. If you like chocolate, definitely very delightful. Next, we've got some Cherry Blossom vines for you with the Cherry Blossom Rock. Then we've got a Lantern Rock for you here with the, well, that's the Lantern Rock. There you go. That's simply its name. I mean, straightforward. Then over here, we've got another rock for you, and if you look, it is the Clay Rabbit. Yeah, there you go. There's little, like, pieces missing. But you can see the eye and ears and so forth. Definitely a neat little design. Then we've got a tool set for you, and as you can see here, it's got this really cool mirror effect. This is the Shattered Mirrors Tools by Mishka. And, of course, we have the matching pick. Definitely very cool to see the light reflect off of it. Then we've got a little bone club for you, and this is the Slimy Friend. So there you go. Definitely a fun little bone club skin. Then we've got a bow for you, and this one's of the lunar variety, the Lunar Rabbit hunting bow, to be specific. Maybe down the sides there. You can see it has a nice little kind of cutout in the jade part of it there. Next, we've got a crossy for you. This one is the Lunar Rabbit crossbow. Aim down the sights here. And we'll go ahead and draw back and reload. There we have it. Then we've got a water pipe for you, and this one is part of the Noir set by Sodden. So there we go. It is the Noir water pipe. Let's go ahead and pop a reload there. And there we go. Next, we've got a Revy for you, and as you can see, this one here, it has kind of like a little, kind of Mayan-looking kind of tiger jaguar thing on the side there, and Totomic, there we go. It's the Totomic revolver, so there we have it. And there we've got some more imagery. Aiming down the sights, you can see it's kind of just a normal, regular sight there. And there's that reload. Next, we've got another revolver for you, and this one is the Lunar Year of the Rabbit revolver. There we have it. Definitely really cool. Has a little golden rabbit there on the side and some beautiful designs to go along with it. Aiming down the sights here, you have kind of like a dragon face. And there's that reload. Next, we've got a Python for you, and this one is all kind of retro futuristic. It's the Retro Python by MDE. There we go. Aiming down the sights here, you got a very bright blue sight, but not glowing. And there's that reload. Next, we've got a Jade Python for you. This one is the Lunar Python by Brozilla. As you can see here, it has a nice kind of like jade pieces to it with the red metal and some gold highlights. Aiming down the sights, you've got the green versus the red. Next, we've got a Tommy for you, and this one here is the Spider Thompson. And as you can see, there's some spider webs and an actual spider there at the front. Aiming down the sides, there's even tiny little spider on the actual screw, and a very tiny red dot on the sides there. Next, we've got another Thompson for you, and this one is for the Lunar New Year's. It is the Lunar New Year Thompson by Firefly. There we go. It has a nice kind of jade handle and barrel, and then the rest of it is this nice red material with the gold designs. Aiming down the sides, you see the red versus the gold for the tip. And there we go. Then we've got another Thompson for you, and this one is quite interesting. This is the Narcos Thompson. It comes in a gold and a silver variety, and they both don't have any stock. So I don't know if that's a thing that can happen, but it's very unique looking, and yeah, I can see a lot of people liking it. Aiming down the sides here, you've got a nice red tip to help you focus in, and the screw looks very vaguely like a skull. Next, we've got a couple customs for you. This first one here is a version 2 of the Abandoned custom. And yeah, it definitely looks very cool. I love the details. The moss really looks like ingrained into the metal of the actual gun, or the kind of stone carved look to it actually. And the vines definitely much nicer than the last time. It's always cool seeing improvements to version 2s. Aiming down the sides here, you've got a bright green tip and a little bit of moss there in the bottom of it there. Let's go ahead and pop that reload. Then we've got a Lunar SMG for you. This one is the Year of the Rabbit SMG by Dio. There we go. Aim down the sides here. If you forgot what year it was, you can definitely remember by seeing the rabbit. And you've got a red versus the gold for the tip. Next, we've got a MP5, and this one is a very bright one. This is the Artsy MP5 by Debsky, and as you can see, this whole thing just kind of looks like a tie-dye paint mess on an overly glossy paintball gun. And yeah, it just is one of those things that just kind of fits. I feel like this would be something someone would make in the world of Rust. Next, we've got a continuation in the Blackboard set with the Blackboard SAR. It is a stockless version, as you can see, with a tic-tac-toe game there where it would be, and all the other little stuff that you would love about it. And then you've got a bright white chalk tip to the sight. Next, we've got another SAR for you, and this one is meant to kind of look like the paper lanterns. It's the paper flashlight SAR by Igor. It does actually have a glowing version too, so if we go ahead and kill the lights here, you'll see it does light up faintly like a lantern. Aiming down the sights here, and there we go. Then moving on, we've got another SAR for you for the Lunar New Year, and this one is the Year of the Rabbit SAR by Phi. Definitely has very bright colors with those very deep kind of jade greens and very bright red. Definitely quite nice. Aiming down the sights here, you've got the little bunny and some gold versus red versus green for the sights. Next, we've got a couple AKs for you, and this first one here also has some very bright colors. This is simply the AK Bunny. There we go. Aiming down the sights here, you've got red versus black and green for the sights. And there's that reload. Next, we've got another one for you. This has a definitely more kind of like a darker matted black kind of look to the actual gun itself. This is the Year of the Rabbit AR by Azeroth. Aiming down the sights here, you've got a little paw print and some gold versus red for the sights. And there's that reload. Next, we've got an L9 for you, and this one has a dragon drawn on the side. It's the Lunar Dragon L96. And there we have that nice little design. Nothing too much really going on there, but, you know, this thing usually should have a scope on it, right? Then moving on, we've got a couple satchels for you, and this one has a ridiculous face on. This is the Dragon Firecracker Satchel. And yeah, it's just that kind of traditional dragon face, and just fits right in with the holiday. Then over here, we've got a very kind of traditional looking satchel. This is the Red Envelope Satchel Charged. And yeah, there you go. I mean, very simple. Looks like firecrackers, and there you have it. And last but not least, whoop, hello, there it is. We've got a rocket launcher for you, and this one definitely glows. It is the Lunar Lantern Rocket Launcher by Zinc, and yeah, it just has a really beautiful glow there. Go ahead and kill the lights so we can see that. Beautiful. Aiming down the sights, and when you reload, not really any glow down in there, because I know people usually ask for that. And there we have it. So, we'll just kind of shoot off into the trees. That went way through. And that's it, everyone. Sound off down in the comment section below which skins you're hoping for the most this week, and you know, which ones you like the most. Any kind of feedback you have, I'll try to get it to the right people, whether it's the devs or the actual skin creators, or if you just want to leave something for me. Always happy to hear from you guys. Thanks for watching, stay rusty, and we'll see you later this week to let you know which things have gotten into the shop along with which skins.